Hi, everyone. This is a Leadership with Heart podcast, and this is Heather Younger, your host. Employee experience is powered by emotions. Managers and or leaders within organizations get to choose which emotions they unleash from within the people they lead. Leaders, meaning supervisors or above in an organization, drive much of the positive or negative emotions by their actions or inactions, their words, or what they fail to say. When a manager chooses their words and their actions carefully, they exhibit great emotional intelligence. These managers are often thought of as leaders who care, or as I like to call them, leaders with heart. This special brand of leader drives engagement and loyalty simply by being themselves. Are these leaders perfect? Absolutely not. It is in their awareness and sharing of some of their imperfections that we realize their brilliance. In this podcast, I ask you to see yourself in the stories my guests tell about times when they were not the best versions of themselves, but how they used their hearts to guide them to a place of deeper connection with their teams and heightened leadership prowess. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone. I'm recording today on International Employee Appreciation Day, which is super near and dear to my heart. For all of you who listen, I know you know this. How and what are the things that make employees feel appreciated? And what can you do to make that happen? Appreciation for me expands over many different concepts. Globally and foundationally, it's, do people feel important in your presence? Do your employees feel like the work that they do is valued by you and those in the organization? Are they able to see that the work that they do is meaningful to those in and outside of the organization and even to the world around them? If you're listening, you probably supervise at least one person, and the power you possess to show true and deep and authentic appreciation is endless. And guess what? It does not have to cost you a penny. Now, there are some people who are motivated by money and some people who are motivated by incentives that actually do cost. There are a greater percentage of the people that will take a thank you one-on-one time sitting with them in deep conversation, just giving them undivided attention and caring, showing deep care for them outside of work, not just what they can do for you as a member of your team and on the project, but them as humans, as people in this world. On this Employee Appreciation Day, my message to you is to, yes, it's great to celebrate on a day, but let's be masterful, each and every one of us, in being the one when our people leave us, let's say to move on to a new role in the organization or even to another company, they'll remember us as the manager that made them feel important, valued, and listened to. This is critical. It's critical for retention, but it's critical when we think about our leadership legacy. How do people remember us? I'm getting prepared for a talk now to a group of meeting planners, and I don't know who's going to be there, and it's going to be interesting. I've never done this before. And part of my talk, I only have 10 minutes to give it. It's pretty critical. I want to do very well. But one of the things I'm going to talk about, I'm going to bring in some of my TEDx story, my personal story, because it really is foundationally who I'm about and why I do what I do, right? And I need people to understand the why before they know the what. And I talk about, in that talk, this idea of being circled around my grandmother's casket and what I'm thinking about her as I'm standing there and what others are perceiving about me. And so it's something for us to think about as leaders. What impressions are we leaving on our people with every single interaction? How intentional are we being when we interact with people around us, whether they're on our teams directly or not? People are always watching, and they're specifically always watching those in leadership roles. How do you want them to remember you when they stand around your casket? How do you want them to remember you when they move on or you move on from this world? What will your legacy be? So on this Employee Appreciation Day, consider the small ways that you can show people that you care, that those that you lead will look to you for guidance, for kind of loving care, and know that you are going to be in their corner. When you've accomplished that, you've accomplished true appreciation. Take care. Thank you so much for joining the Leadership with Heart podcast, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership with Heart podcast. You can grab the show notes by visiting customerfanatics.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter.